Warm summer twilight here in Upper Illinois, in this little town, deep, far away from everything, kept to itself by a river, a forest, a meadow, and a lake. On the purple bricks of the summer night streets, Lavinia Neb sat all alone, with a tall, cool lemonade in her fingers, sipping, waiting. "Here I am, Lavinia." She turned, and there was Francine at the bottom of the porch steps. Lavinia locked her front door and, leaving her lemonade glass half empty on the porch, said, "It's a fine night for a movie." Bad decisions often result in bad consequences, as we find in Ray Bradbury's piece, "The Whole Town's Sleeping." "Where are you girls going?" cried Mrs. Fern from her porch over the way. "To the Elite Theater to see Charlie Chaplin." "Oh, won't catch us out on no night like this. Not with a lonely one going around strangling women. Lock ourselves up with a closet and a gun. Oh, bosh." "Lavinia, you don't believe all that about the lonely one, do you? Those women just like to see their tongues dance." "Just the same, Hattie McDowell was killed 2 months ago. Roberta Ferry the month before. And now, with Elizabeth Ramsell's disappearance, Hattie McDowell was a silly girl who walked off with a traveling man, I bet. But all of them strangled, their tongues sticking from their mouths, they say. Maybe we shouldn't go to the show tonight. It'll be you all alone in that path, listening to your shoes, not me. Lavinia, did you get lonely living in that house?" "Old maids love to live alone. Come on, let's take the shortcut." "I'm afraid." "It's early. The lonely one won't be out till late." Lavinia took her by the arm and led her down the crooked path. They turned a curve, and there lay Elizabeth Ramsell. Don't scream, don't. The woman lay as if she floated there, her eyes wide like flint, her tongue sticking from her mouth. "Oh, she's dead, dead." Lavinia held Francine while the policemen were rushing through the crackling grass. "Well, I guess you can go now, ladies, but you might want to stop by the station for a little more questioning." Lavinia and Francine walked away. "I've never seen a dead person before." "It's only 8:30. We'll pick up Helen and get to the show." "The show?" "It's what we need. We need to forget all this." "But Elizabeth is back there. Your friend, my friend." "We can't help her. We can only help ourselves. Come on." Lavinia and Francine walked down the stony path. "There you ladies are! What happened?" Helen Greer stood tapping her foot atop the porch steps. "You're only an hour late. What happened?" "Somebody found Elizabeth Ramsell in the ravine." "Dead? Was she dead? Who found her?" "We don't know." The three women stood looking at each other. "We're crazy to be out a night like this." "The lonely one won't kill 3 ladies. And besides, it's too soon. The killing always comes a month separate. We're going to go to the show no matter what, so get your things. We're almost there." The drugstore was a small pool of sluggish air. "I need a nickel's worth of green peppermint chews for eating the show tonight." "Well, you sure look pretty tonight, ladies. You looked cool, Miss Lavinia, when you was in for a chocolate soda. So cool and nice, in fact, someone asked about you." "Oh?" "Man sitting over at the counter, watched you walk out, says to me, 'Say, who's that?' I said, 'Why, that's Lavinia Ned's prettiest maiden lady in town. She's beautiful, he said. Where does she live? You didn't give him her address, did you? I didn't think, I said, over Park Street, near the ravine, a casual remark, but then find the body I heard a minute ago, I thought. What have I done? You fool! I'm sorry. Of course, maybe it was nothing. Lavinia stood. She felt nothing, except perhaps the slightest prickle of excitement in her throat. She held out the money automatically. Oh, there's no charge for those peppermints. Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm calling a taxi and taking us all home. That man was up to no good asking about you. You want to be dead in the ravine next? It was just a man. If I'm the next victim, let me be the next. There's all too little excitement in life, especially for a maiden of 33 years old. So don't mind if I enjoy it. The clock now said 11:30. They had come out of the theater away from a fluttering rush of men and women hurrying everywhere. First, we'll walk you home, Francine. No, I'll walk you home. Don't be silly. You live way out. And if you walked us home, you'd have to come back across the ravine. Alone. By yourself. Here's your house, Francine. Good night. Lavinia, Helen, please stay the night. It's almost midnight now. You can sleep in the parlor. I don't want you dead. You're so fine and nice. Oh, please, Francine. I didn't know how much this had done to you. I promise. I'll phone as soon as I get home. Oh, will you? And tell you I'm safe? Yes. And we'll have a picnic lunch. Good night. Now, I'll walk you home. In a minute, they stood before Helen's house. I don't suppose there's any use asking you to stay, Lavinia. I'll be on my way. Sometimes I think people want to die. You've acted odd all evening. I'm just not afraid. And I'm curious, I suppose, and I'm using my head. Logically, the lonely one can't be around. Good night. Lavinia Neves walked alone in the late summer night silence. 5 minutes, I'll be home. 5 minutes, I'll be phoning silly little Francine. Here I am, in the ravine. Slowly, she started down the long, dark green steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She felt as if she was running. She was not running. 15, 16, 17. Wait. Is anyone there? Silence. The bridge was empty. Nothing. 35, 36. She froze. She took a step. There was an echo. She took another step. Another echo. Someone's on the steps behind me. I don't dare turn around. Another step. Another echo. Only a little way. 108, 109, 10, the bottom. No, run across the bridge. Oh, he's following. Don't turn, don't look. Oh, if I make it home, I'll never go out alone. I was a fool. I was a fool. I didn't know what terror was. She crossed the street and rushed up the sidewalk. My house. Quick, unlock it. Open it. Safe at home. Listen. But there's nobody following me. Nobody at all. How silly of me. Oh, home is a really good warm place. The only place to be. She put her hand on the light switch and stopped. What? Behind her in the living room, someone cleared his throat.